I want to find the perfect cozy book. Hi, do you know what we haven't done in a while? That's right, book shopping. And not just any book shopping. It's the Halloween season, as we know from my pumpkin here to you. We need to go look for some cozy, witchy Halloween goodness. And what better way to do that than hit the bookshops, hit some Halloween shops, and just see what is available in Australia when it's technically spring, but we want it to be fall again. Shall we? So, my thoughts for this video. We're going to go hit the shops. We're going to see what is available at this time of year in Australia in spring. As I've said, I want to find the perfect cozy book. And I know that there is quite a few books coming out recently that I want to get into my hands. It's still actually cold here in Canberra anyway. It's meant to be a top of 16 degrees. So we kind of have that autumnal vibes. But do you know what would make the vibes better? A cozy witch book, some cozy shopping, and Halloween hunting. Shall we do it? Let's go. Let's pack my bag for some book shopping adventures. Now, I have my beautiful Tidal Pieces mini backpack that I've actually just got as a crossbody here with just the strap to make it easier. So we need a wallet, hand sanitizer because people, hand cream because hand sanitizer. We need lip gloss, which I'm going to put in the front. Sorry, Cauldron, I'll just move you out of the way. We need my glasses case because I'm a blind as a bat. So this has my sunglasses. That tucks in there. We need a bag to hold all our goodies. And we need my keys. I'm just going to zip all this up. And let's be on our way.
45.
Oh, definitely. People, we are now back home after our shopping adventures, and I thought we'd do a traditional show and tell. Also, this is my other bookshelves. I'm sitting in my living room. It might be a little bit echoey, sorry about that, but I thought I'd give you a different backdrop. So this is my dining room table, cauldron, candles, life, ghostly goodness. But yeah, it's time to go through all the things that I bought, shall we? First, let's put this off to the side and go get all the parcels. Okay. Can you see me over there? Hello? I did get a few things. Let's start with the not as bookish option, shall we? I did buy a few candles and I did buy some plates. Put that off to the side so I don't have to pick them up again. Let's go through one of the first things I bought. And that is from dusk candles. If you don't have dusk candles in your country, they are essentially kind of like Bed Bath and Table or Bed Bath and Beyond or whatever you want to call them. And they sell candles and incense and all those kinds of good things. So this is one of them. This is a part of their Halloween range. So this is a big, I think it's called, I don't know what kind of it's called. It's a big tall candle. And it's kind of giving me if I was in a fantasy forest. It says, step into the moonlight during the witching hour and enter a realm of supernatural wonder. In the haunted woods, pumpkins glow, dark flowers bloom, and a black cat prowls. Witches brew potions in bubbling coils as moths flutter near lanterns and ravens guard secrets. Mystics, symbols, glowing spellbooks, and enchanted radiance fill the space, striking a perfect balance between eerie and mythical. The magic of Halloween has begun. This one is meant to be 110 hours worth of burning, so that's really long. This is Spooky Toffee Apples, and it's boot to scotch. If you can see, that's very cute. Sorry for the toy noises in the background. Poe is, of course, back with us. So this one is a big, long, tall one. I don't know what they're called. If you know what they're called, let me know in the comments down below. But if you can see this candle, it is just gorgeous. It has frogs and owls and moons, and it smells divine. This is glass, and it did cost a pretty penny, but I'm excited to use the container afterwards. That's the first thing. And then we went to TK Maxx, and I got two things. The first one my husband picked. Let's get him out. Oh, that's hard to get out. Bear with me. This is the first thing. Now, to me, it's kind of like a zombie holding a big ball. It might meant to be witch's hands. I don't know, but very cute. And then, so we'll go through this one first. It says poison apple, and it's brown sugar glazed apples, cinnamon, clove, and nutmeg wrapped in caramel honey drizzles and maple syrup. And it's on this really cute pedestal. I'm actually really excited to see how this turns out. So once it's burnt down, I'm definitely going to use the container afterwards. And I try and think of that when I'm purchasing these sorts of candles or the more expensive candles, is how am I going to use it afterwards? I honestly could propagate plants in this. There are so many things that I could do with it. But yes, we have this spooky candle that has a death ring. Very cool. It was $29.99, so it was on the more expensive side. We also got these gorgeous pumpkin plates. So they were $9.99. It comes with 4. It's meant to be salad plates, it says, but I'm calling them snack plates. So, and they're like this. So they're a melamine plastic. They are dishwasher safe, even though my dishwasher is not working currently. Very cute, very cute. I like the stack of plates. There's pink and there's also orange as well. So you'll probably be seeing photos of them very shortly. Okay, enough of the random stuff. Let's get into the books because I know you're here for the books. The first book I got from DISCRIPTION, and it was a little bit more on the expensive side. I'm not going to lie to you. This was Haunt Your Heart Out, and it's by Amber Rogers. Rogers? Yeah. Amber Roberts, Roberts. And it's a part of the Penguin House publication. It was $24.99. Oh, very expensive. It says, 2 strangers, 1 spooky town. Will they catch ghosts or feelings? He kind of is giving me like grumpy guy, and she looks like a happy kind of go-lucky person. Her name's Lexi, and Lexi has one rule for dating: no tourists or anyone bound to leave her behind in her sleepy Vermont hometown until one snowy morning when she hitches a ride with a handsome stranger. James is a documentary filmmaker looking into the town's haunted landmarks. Viral glow stories from Lexi's anonymous blog, where he shows up at the quiet bookstore Lexi works in. She cannot resist tampering with his research. After all, James's stay is only temporary and her career dreams come first. But as they spend more time together, Lexi realizes she's falling for James. Worse, his mission isn't as frivolous as it seems, and her tricks may cost him much more than a spooky documentary. Does that mean there's actually going to be spooky? Is it going to be actual ghosts? Is it going to be a haunting? I'm very excited. This is a shorter one. It is only 292 pages long, so not too bad. Not too bad. And then we also went to Harry Hartog. We had to. It was a must. This is the one in Tuggeranong in Australia, and it honestly is probably one of the best bookstores that I've been to. They have a whole romantasy section. They have a massive section of romance. They have all the special editions, and they know their audience. And that's me and my husband. So, you know. Let's have a look, shall we? Okay, first book is one that I have read on my Kindle, because it's independently published. When it was independently published, I believe it's properly published now. And that is Witch Gone Wild. I didn't realize how thick this was. Wow. So this was $32.99. I know, for a paperback, what the? This one is, what's the worst thing that could happen to a werewolf? Unable to shift into his wolf form for 3 months, Mate Cruz knows all too well. His wolf alter ego has taken up residence in his head, taunting him day and night with vivid violence and carnal thoughts. Convinced he's been cursed, he seeks the help of a powerful witch to undo it before he literally goes insane. Evie Savior has always obeyed the house rules of the coven. No werewolves. They're known for being moody and volatile. So when a quick-tempered werewolf strolls into the bar and almost strangles one of her late night customers, she's ready to bounce him, but her heart softens when she sees the desperation in his eyes as he begs for her help. Maybe she can bend the rules just this once. What Evie doesn't know is that Matos Wolf has a mind of his own, and now that she's in his sights, he only wants one thing: her. So cute. It's Stay a Spell Book 1 by Juliet Cross. She has a whole series. My favorite's probably the second one where he nearly hits her with a car. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. But I'm very excited to get this one. The next one, which I was going to get at Dimmicks, and then I didn't, and then I went to QVD and thought that they might have it there, and they didn't. So then I decided, do you know what? When I see it again, I'm buying it, and I did. It's called Best Hex Ever, and it does have a blurb by Kate Johnson, who's one of my favorite authors. This one is, when it comes to love, sometimes the recipe needs a little magic. Dina is a skilled kitchen witch and craft owner, serving magic-infused pastries to her local customers. But it's hard not to feel something is missing when you're cursed to hurt anyone who falls for you. Scott is a museum curator, recently back in London after a brutal breakup 2 years ago, and he's looking to make up for all the time he's missed. He's determined to be the perfect best man at his best friend's upcoming wedding, but his plans take an unexpected turn when he meets the bewitching maid of honor. After a weekend in the countryside full of peculiar hedge mazes, palm reading by candlelight, and a midnight Halloween ritual, that's no denying the chemistry between them. But there's just one problem. The hex still holds, and Dina knows that Scott is in danger. Can Dina break the spell before it breaks both their hearts? Oh. Perfect for fans of Tilda Hilbert and the Very Secret Society of Irregular Wishes, Best Hex Ever is a cozy, spicy, spellbinding fantasy romance from Nadina El Fassi. It was $35, and I hope it's worth it. It does have like this beautiful like holographic front. Now, I have seen another one where it's actually got both of them on the front, and I'm going to see if I can hunt down a hardcover version if I like it, though. Only if I like it. The last book was a bit of a gamble. I picked it up because it looked pretty, and it's The Last Dragon King by Leah Stone. Now, there's apparently 3 books in this series that I saw on the table. This was $35 as well. Same price as this for a special edition. We won't go there. It is just gorgeous. It looks really nice. There's some nice artwork. As we know, we do like some artwork. It's the same on both sides. And it says, the Dragon King is looking for a wife. The news causes a frenzy for the women in my village. The king will be sending out the royal guard to bring a woman of childbearing age to his castle in the Jade City. There is only one requirement. His wife to-be must carry enough magic to protect an heir for him. I know I won't be chosen. I'm only human with a mere 10% dragon magic lineage. But for some reason, the magic sniffers command me to present myself to the king as a possible wife. I'm ready to go to Jade City until my mother tells me a terrifying secret, a secret that could get me killed by the king himself. Dum dum dum. She's probably going to be of enemy blood or something. I don't know. But it looks very cool. Has a dragon, as we know. Now, this is not so witchy. Trigger warnings. Wow, there's a lot going in that one. First chapter art. Blue. Love it. Now, I know it's not witchy, but I had to get it because it's just so pretty. And I hope that it is a good read. I really do. Okay, everyone. Has been my Come Book Shopping With Me spooky edition. I hope you have enjoyed our adventure today. I will hope to do another one in the future, maybe a Christmas one. Christmas. It's too close. Anyway,
thank you for joining me. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of these books, or if you can recommend a spooky, cozy witch book. I do love reading them, that's for sure. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or night, wherever you are. That you keep on reading, you keep the magic alive, and I'll see you next time you stop by my library. Bye! I'm really far away. Also, subscribe. If you've got this far, subscribe. Or leave me a pumpkin emoji. But yeah, anyway, bye!
Now, the original reason for this video is I originally did a come book shopping with me video, and honestly, I loved it. It was so much fun. But do you know what we need to do? Let's change the and I think it's a great way for me to leave the house. I am filming, no. Now, it's still, no.
I hope that is just as much of, sorry. That has been my spooky witch shopping, no,